Hey everyone, and welcome back to Briefly Books. Today, we're delving into a novel that has touched the hearts of millions and become a true modern classic of historical fiction, The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah. Published in 2015, The Nightingale is one of those books that stays with you long after you've turned the final page. It's a powerful, often heartbreaking story set against the backdrop of World War II in occupied France. So, why has this book resonated so deeply with so many readers? Let's explore the world of The Nightingale. Why you should read it. If you're drawn to historical fiction that packs an emotional punch, explores the resilience of the human spirit, and highlights the often untold stories of women in wartime, The Nightingale is an absolute must read. It's a global bestseller for a reason. Kristin Hannah masterfully crafts a story about love, loss, sacrifice, and the different forms courage can take. It's a book that sparks conversation, frequently chosen by book clubs, and praised for its ability to transport readers to a different time and place while exploring universal human experiences. If you're looking for a book that will make you feel deeply, this is it. The Nightingale tells the story of two French sisters, Vianne and Isabelle Rossignol, whose lives are turned upside down by the German occupation of France during World War II. They are polar opposites. Vianne, the older sister, is a rule follower, a school teacher, and a mother living in the small town of Carrivaux. When her husband is sent to the front lines, Vianne must make impossible choices to protect her young daughter, Sophie. This includes having a German officer billeted in her home, forcing her into a daily struggle for survival and quiet acts of defiance. Isabel, the younger, 18-year-old sister, is impulsive, rebellious, and desperate to fight against the Nazis. She flees to Paris and joins the French resistance. Under the codename the Nightingale, she undertakes dangerous missions, guiding downed Allied airmen across the treacherous Pyrenees Mountains to safety. The novel alternates between their harrowing experiences, showcasing the different ways women fought to survive and resist. It's all framed by the narrative of an elderly woman in Oregon in 1995, looking back on her wartime past, with her identity as either Vianne or Isabel remaining a poignant mystery for much of the book. The Nightingale has garnered widespread acclaim for many reasons. Powerful emotional storytelling. Kristin Hannah is a master at evoking deep emotion. Readers consistently describe the book as heartbreaking, poignant, and unforgettable. Compelling characters. Vianne and Isabelle are richly drawn, complex characters whose journeys are both inspiring and devastating. Their contrasting personalities and paths provide a multifaceted look at heroism. Vivid historical setting. The depiction of life in Nazi-occupied France is immersive and well-researched, bringing the fear, scarcity, and moral dilemmas of the era to life. Focus on women's experiences. The novel shines a vital light on the courage and sacrifices of women during wartime, roles often overshadowed in traditional war narratives. Themes of resilience and sisterhood. At its core, it's a story about the strength of the human spirit and the complex, enduring bond between sisters, even when they are driven apart by circumstances and choices. Weaknesses and criticisms. While overwhelmingly loved, some critiques of The Nightingale include occasional sentimentality, melodrama. Some readers and critics find that the emotional pitch of the novel can, at times, verge on overly sentimental or melodramatic. Predictability for some. For those very familiar with World War II historical fiction, certain plot developments or character arcs might feel somewhat predictable. Pacing or narrative choices. A small number of readers might find the pacing in certain sections slower, or might not connect as strongly with the framing narrative of the elderly woman, sometimes finding the mystery of her identity less compelling than the wartime story itself. Simplification of complexities. As with any fictionalization of historical events, some nuances of the era or character motivations might be streamlined for narrative impact, which a few readers have noted. Key themes explored. The Nightingale is rich with profound themes. The many forms of courage. It explores both overt acts of rebellion and the quieter, often unseen courage of daily survival and protection of loved ones. Sacrifice and survival. The impossible choices people must make in wartime to survive and save others. The enduring power of love and sisterhood. The complex but ultimately unbreakable bond between Vianne and Isabelle. The horrors and moral ambiguities of war. The devastating impact of occupation and the difficult moral lines that blur in extreme circumstances. Memory and storytelling. The importance of remembering the past and giving voice to forgotten histories. Conclusion and recommendation. So, is The Nightingale by Kristin Hannah a book you should pick up? If you appreciate deeply emotional historical fiction, stories centered on strong female characters, and narratives that explore the complexities of war and the resilience of the human spirit, then the answer is an emphatic yes. It's a beautifully written, impactful novel that has earned its place as a beloved modern classic. While it may tug heavily on the heartstrings, and some plot points might feel familiar to genre fans, its powerful portrayal of sisterhood, sacrifice, and the different faces of heroism in occupied France makes it a truly memorable and important read. Have you read The Nightingale? What moved you the most about Vianne and Isabelle's stories? Share your spoiler-free thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching Briefly Books. If you found this review helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more book discussions, and I'll see you in the next video.